Hello, friends. Welcome back to more trading signals for cryptocurrencies. Today is the 15th of April, and we can see that in the case of Solana, it has been a very annoying price action. This entire structure is extremely weird. Well, not so much weird, but it's annoying for me because I'm used to doing basically very big trades. Okay, I'm going for 100% profits, something like that, and basically this is non-stop going up and down, up and down, up and down with no clear direction. Because unlike, for example, let's say Ethereum, which is obviously very bullish, this has a lot of bullish strength, meaning that every single one of these levels was a good and decent long opportunity. In the case of Solana, we are basically stuck, like I said, in a very weird range with no clear direction. Okay, these are new levels that I'm creating with the new indicator. Okay, it's going to come out, I believe, by early March or late April, and this could possibly be not the last indicator, but this could be one of the indicators that once I finish it, I'm going to focus all of my energy on refining and basically perfectioning all previous indicators. Unless I get new ideas which are more urgent, that they require more attention, then I will basically postpone that. But yeah, it's a new indicator that I'm testing. It's still not as accurate as I want, but I'm going to get it there eventually. So these are basically levels that we can potentially see for reactions for either supports or resistance. Now, like I said, in the case of Solana, it has been enclosed in this range. Very, very weak price action because even when it goes down, it doesn't really crash. And even when it goes up, it doesn't really benefit from all of the movements that other coins have benefited from. For example, if you take a look at Bitcoin, also very bullish. Oh, you have to excuse that mess. I was testing. Yeah, let's use a cleaner chart. You can see it's very bullish as well. Bitcoin already also reached a higher level, and this entire structure is very very strong. But Solana is a complete mess in that regard. Solana is really very weird. I mean, it's turning kind of red on the daily time frame, but because this is only Solana and other coins are already very very strong and bullish, I believe this is going to be maybe a fake out for Solana because I don't really think it's going to deviate that much. The only real difference that I'm noticing is that it's completely boring. It's a very annoying price action for me. Now, my latest signal, possibly along by the 17 or 19. Obviously, I do believe this is going to go higher because the rest of the markets are going higher. But this is going to be a structure I'm going to show you in a minute that will basically resemble the last cycle pattern. I'll show you in a minute why. But yeah, also I have been testing the previous indicator on 10 hours. So we can get levels more accurate. It really depends on the symbol that you're getting. For example, I don't know, for whatever reason, this yellow watch list symbol that I have on Solana is not as accurate as other ones, but still is going to give us an idea of what to expect. Now, for this, Solana can go all the way to 90, which is very reasonable. In fact, I was already expecting 90 days ago when Bitcoin and Ethereum were pumping really hard. A higher position will involve 96, so similar to March. And the highest that I can see, the highest that it can go is nearly or slightly above $100. It's going to be the highest possible level that I can see on Solana. Now, let me show you why. So, if we go to Bitcoin, not this Bitcoin, this is a very messy chart. Maybe this one. If we go to Bitcoin and go into the weekly time frame, okay? and then we go all the way back to the past cycle, which was around here, I believe, around around this area. So let's zoom in with the replay. Let's just focus in this area. And now let's zoom in on 10 hours. So you're going to see a structure that, in my opinion, is the one that we are currently looking at. Okay, this isn't the entire structure that I noticed. In my opinion, we are in this structure and we are either halfway through this or very near the end. Okay, so this is the entire area that I want you to pay attention. Okay, you can notice that we get a deviation in the sense that the price is bullish. Okay, it is a bullish price action. We are reaching new highs every single time. Now, however, notice that the new highs are not dramatically higher than I mean, it's not like a massive pump that reaches a massive all-time a new high, basically a new swing high. It's barely higher than the previous ones. For example, this one is around only 1% higher than the previous high. This one only around 2%. So very minimal uh, changes in the increase of price. And because of that, eventually, this is already overbought, okay? In even on RSI or other indicators, these are all overbought. And the current position in the current cycle is already overbought, especially on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Not so much for Solana. Now, notice we have like three picks or three, maybe four tests, something like that, of these highs before we eventually come crashing down. This is what I'm expecting to happen in May. Okay, this is going to happen in May, somewhere around early, uh, basically around mid-May, to put it the least. So this is going to be a very big crash. We're going to reach similar lows as February, but not the all-time low, not the bottom of the cycle. Then we're going to be in range for a lot more time, and eventually by either July, June, and maybe on other coins around late September to October, we're going to see the true bottom of the cycle, which is a massive non-stop crash, as you can see. So this is the previous cycle. Okay, this is the fractals that I noticed, and this is the area where, in my opinion, we are currently in. If I were to say, if this was, for example, March, then we are around this area, kind of getting close to this one. So it can go higher. I think it can go a little bit higher, but it's not going to be an extreme pump. I mean, we're not going to touch, let alone, many people are saying 80K. That will be the most extreme scenario. I don't think we're going to reach that level. At most, I believe I can see 78 on Bitcoin. But yeah, eventually, when we reach that area, when we get that close to that price, we're going to see a massive crash. And this is going to happen, like I said, on May. According to my predictions, even according to the indicator, May seems to be a major month. So that's all I have for you guys. Okay, have fun, take care, follow my work. I'll see you guys next time.